Well, hey everybody, welcome back. This is Kim with another step-by-step lesson. Today I'm going to show you how to use Outlook, how to set up your email and use the basic features of it. Obviously you need to have a license for Outlook. It's part of Office. So let's assume that you have that and you have it already installed. Just double click to open it. And it's looking for accounts. Hopefully it doesn't find any, because I didn't install any. It's looking through the profiles on my computer. It's looking for Outlook data files, which it should not find, but let's wait and see. Outlook is an email client, if you weren't sure what that is. So that is not the email I'm going to use. We are going to use step-by-step lessons 2 gmail.com. Gmail shut down my step-by-step lessons 1 at gmail.com. Not really sure why, but whatever. So here we go. We're going to click connect. It's going to go to Google automatically and try to connect. And then now it's going to ask me for my password, which hopefully I am putting in correctly. And then click sign in. So now here are the things it's telling you. By creating your account, this is going to allow Microsoft to read, compose, send, and permanently delete all your email from Gmail, associate you with your personal info on Google, see your personal info, including any personal info you may have made publicly available, and view your email address. So this is giving Microsoft permission to use your Gmail address. So click allow. Okay, so now it's adding it. Not sure why it keeps wanting to add that one. We're not going to do that. So it's saying it's an IMAP folder. An IMAP email means that, let's get an actual definition. Internet standard protocol used by email clients to retrieve email messages from a mail server over a TCP/IP connection. That's not really what it is, but it means it's a way of accessing and storing the mail on a server. And IMAP gives you folders. So that's the most important thing to remember, that if you get an IMAP email, you get folders. Okay, so let's click OK. Let's see, I don't want this on my phone. So you might want to unclick this if you don't want it on your phone. And there we go. Let's click done. So my Office 365 license is now connecting to Gmail to create my email. So there is a mail application that's built into Windows 10 that you can also use if you don't want to pay for Office and don't want Outlook. But Outlook is cool. So this little thingy down here, this little down arrow, if you click on that, it makes it look more like the ribbon you're familiar with the other Office programs. So you have all the tabs along the top. So you have home with the most popular options people use for email. New mail, new items. I'll go through these in a second. I just want to show you what's on each tab. Ignore, clean up, junk, delete, archive, reply, blah, blah. Here's where you can do your rules. If you have OneNote, you can link to that. Unread, read, you can flag it to follow up. There's, you can search people in your address book. You can filter your email. You can have it read aloud the emails to you and send receive all folders. There's also a send receive tab, which also send receives all folders. You can update a folder, send all, show progress. You can download the headers, work offline. Here's your folders, so you can make a new folder. I'm going to go through these real quick after. I just wanted to show you what was in each tab. This is view. You can change the view. I never really play with any of this other than these settings, but we'll go through them. So let's go back to our home. If you're ever in a strange menu and you're like, oh my God, I can't find anything, just remember to go home. Home is where the most common things are, and it'll look most familiar to you. Okay, so here's your email. This is your reading pane. Basically, to create a new email, there, and you just type in whatever you want to type. Let's send this is fake. I'm not really going to send it. Okay, info at Gmail. I'm not really going to send this email, so don't worry. I don't even know who that is. You can CC other people. So this is carbon copy. So basically, if you want to send to him info and you want to send it to math@teacher.com or something, these are CC. So they'll get a copy of the email. So here's your message itself. You can insert all these things. You can attach a file, an Outlook item, a business card if you have one saved inside of Outlook, your calendar, a signature, which I'll show you how to make in a minute. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Click this, signatures. Let's make a signature. Signatures are fun. They, you don't have to sign each email and come up with what to say. So we're going to do a new one. So we're going to call this, I have no idea. I always call mine normal, my regular one. You call it whatever you want. So it will, so like if you want to respond, you could say if you want to use your signature or not. New messages, I want to use normal. So normal for new messages, but if I reply to somebody else, I don't necessarily need all of it because they know who I am. So this is where we're going to put and then you would put whatever. And then you can add, you can like bold. You can put your phone number, you can put whatever you want. You can change the font. You just scroll through, find something fun. There we go, that's fine. If you want it all centered at the bottom of your email, you can do centered. I usually do left, but anyways, yeah. So that's, you can change the size here too. And then you click OK. So then now, if I want to use my signature, I can click on normal, and there's my signature, and it'll show up at the bottom of every email. You don't have to click to use it. It's only because I just did it. Okay, let's go ahead and close this. No, I don't want to save it. So let's do a new email. So you'll notice now it's automatically there. So that's nice. Now I can create my email. I forgot who I was sending this to. Okay, send it to them. We're not really sending it, don't worry. Okay, so here was where we're back to our insert things. So I'm down here in the body of the email. I can insert a picture. We have our stock images. Oh, there's some horses. Okay, so I'm going to send them that. Edit it a little bit. So you just, same thing as in a document. You just drag, you can, oh, I flipped it. Oh, it's fine. You still have all these options like you do inside of like Word. Okay, and you can wrap text just like everywhere else. But I don't really want my name up there, so just press enter, drag this guy back up. there. Now we can type in our email. Hey, oops. Hey, info, how are you? You love these horses. Whatever. Okay. So you can, it's an insert. In options, you have colors, fonts, all these. You can use a voting button. Oh, let's make a voting button. Yes or no? Where did it do it? You had a voting message. Okay, I'm not sure where it went. Probably shouldn't have done that. I don't even know where it went. But that's okay. So you can delay the delivery, save the sent item. You know, you have all these options. You can format your text. You can review everything. You can, you know, do a spell check, how many words it is, etc., etc. Okay, so I'm not really going to send it, so I'm going to close this. But that's... Okay, I thought the dogs were going to bark, but I think we're all right. Okay, so that's sending an email. You have, like if you open an email, you have some options. Reply all. You can forward it to someone else. You can flag it. So I want to flag this message. This operation cannot be performed because the message has been changed. It has, huh? Oh, no. That's weird. Okay, we can do it this way. Flag message. Maybe it's because Microsoft won't let me, but that's fine. We can search for people in our address book, blah, blah, blah. I have not added anyone into the address book, so that's not going to be an option. Okay, we go to send receive. This will send receive all our email. This little thing will pop up. It's synchronizing. And it'll send all of our emails and also receive any that have come. The default time between Outlook sending email and receiving new email is 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, it'll try to send or receive whatever's waiting. You can download the headers. So that's kind of useful. It'll just download the titles of the emails and work offline. Here's your folders. You can create a new folder, and you can add a new folder. So we'll click new folder. We'll call this personal. And it's going to go in our Gmail here. So you click OK. And then now we have a personal folder, so we can drag things in there. Here's our outbox, a new search folder. So you can do new search folder. This is kind of interesting. So you pick what you want that search folder to search for. Do you want it to search for flagged email, important email? I usually use it for large mail. So it finds things with, I just keep this as is. And anything with a large attachment will automatically go in here. I don't have anything right now, but. And that way, if your mailbox is filling up, you can just look in these in here, and they'll be categorized by size with the largest at the top. So if you had emails with a bunch of pictures attached, or a large amount of documents, you can save the documents to your hard drive, or save the pictures to your hard drive, and then delete the email, and that'll free up a lot of space. So that's search folder. You can use it for a lot of things. I just personally, and if this is like this, you won't see it, so you got to make sure you click the little down arrow, and that will show you your large mail folder. So you can sort the folders alphabetically, you can empty folders, etc. So then when you go to view, this is the only thing I like to change here. I turn the reading pane off. That way I just have so if we go back to inbox and reading pane off, it just has the list of emails. So if somebody walks behind me, they're not going to actually read my email. They're going to see the titles of the emails, but you have to double click to actually see the email. So it's just a little added, some added privacy. So that's that. I want to show you a couple other little things. So if you go here to File, this is where you can print and some other things. But the one thing I wanted to show you was this is your mailbox settings. So if you click on Tools, it lets you archive your email. So if you have a whole bunch of email, you can archive it. So if you set up the folder, so we'll set up a new one. So we'll just call it archive. Okay. So that's going to be our archive folder. And then if we do mailbox cleanup, it will use that folder to put like anything that's older than, I don't know, let's say 180 days. So any email over 180 days. Let's do it this way. This will be better. That's just finding the emails. Let's do this. Auto archive. It'll automatically put move any old items to the archive file on this computer. You can find these items under the archive folder in the folder list. So then you go back here. Let me show you what that means. There's going to be an archive. So now it has archives here. I don't have anything old because this is a brand new email. But so it's not like you lose access to them. They're just saved in an archive file on your computer rather than in the email server. So if you're running out of space, you'll have that archive file. Make sure you back that up so you have that in case something happens to your computer. Back over here, this you may need to look at sometimes. If you go to open up Outlook and it crashes, it'll say to check your add-ins. So this is where you go. Like I said, this is brand new. I don't have any yet, but you'll have some listed here. And some they'll have some information. So you can disable them if they're not running or if it's not working or if you don't need them anymore. I don't have any in here, so I can't really show you. I'm sorry. So let's see what else we have here. Account settings. You really won't need to play with any of this. This is just your profile. Under options, you have a lot of settings. I'm going to save this for another email, but just know that there's a lot more settings in here. I'm going to show you real quick how to do contacts. So here's your calendar. There's a lot of settings in the calendar, which I'm going to do separately. I just want to show you the contacts real fast. So I have no contacts. So we want to enter a new contact. You can enter as little or as much information as you want. He's a president, whatever. So you can, this is not a real person. Sure. All his phone numbers. And then you can add notes. John is the one who introduced us to Mary, whatever. He has 3 kids. Lives in Malibu, whatever. So just so you remember who he is. So then just save and close. So now he's in your contacts. I'm going to show this more in depth. I just wanted to show that real quick, how to create a contact. Now if we go back to our email, which is this little envelope, and we want to send an email to him, we click in this little 2 area. He's the only person there, but if you click on the 2 button, it brings up your contacts. So you'll have different contact groups. So make sure you click your contacts on this computer. Click John. Click 2, that's going to put him in the 2, and then click OK. So then now John's in there. After you send him a few emails, you can just type in John, and then he'll come up in the cache as the memory. So, okay, you know what? I think that's enough for today. You can create a contact. You can send the contact your email. You can send an email. You know how to make a folder. You can drag things into the folders just by clicking on them and drag them over. You know how to make a search folder. You know how to set up an archive. There's a lot more settings to archive, but we'll go over that in another video. I don't want to make this too long. So, yeah, there you go. So, Outlook, very basic instruction level at this point, but we'll go more into depth in each thing later. So, thanks for listening. Please comment below if you have any questions, and I will try really hard to answer them. Thank you.